short table tabs. All right, who's counting? Pat, you gonna count? You gonna count? You guys ready?
Yeah, really.
All right.
All right.
Who's counting? Watch out. 1. Oh! All right, winner. I'm out. Get on muna, Pat. You want to count, Jerry? Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Finals, right?
Yeah, finals. Alright, y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Ah!
Alright. Get out of there. Nandiyan ka pa din. 3, 4, 5. Last lap there. Winner. What's up, guys? It's your boy Cielshock from CTUSA Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing Squad, and I'm a teacher here in New Works. And there you go, you've seen the video in Boylston, Massachusetts, hosted by Hobbytown Turn 4. Thank you so much. Again, that's in Boylston, Massachusetts, Hobbytown Turn 4, and that's a Tamiya class. And as you can see, the video is pretty short because I have my car feature, my Super 2 built Cleopatra. Alright, Cleopatra is my Super 2 build run by a Torque 2 motor. And I can run it with tune class, but this time I ran it with Tamiya class category, and it does have a body damper. So let's get into it. The first part that I want to talk about is the Astute Clear Body Set. It's 15494. Again, it's Astute Clear Body Set 15494. As you can see, the Astute is a pretty small body shell. That's why it makes it one of the lightest body shells that you can use for mini 4-wheel drive. So that's the reason why I got it. Alright, so let's get to in a little bit detail as I remove this body damper. As you can see, I'm using a front body damper. I'm using front body damper because from that layout, I need to land quickly. So I have these springs over here, which is the one that I used to put the body damper back so it dumps back real quick. It's the metal bearing set. It's A01002 metal bearing set 94381. Again, it's 94381, the A01002 metal bearing set, which is this two things over here. So if you tighten this up, it flaps the body damper really quick. And also, I have the A01034 sliding damper set 1035. Again, it's A01034 sliding damper spring set 10305. So I use the soft spring for it. So it's not that too hard. It's just in the yay medium side. And I have the metal bearing set. So it flops back and it lands shorter. So if I have that front body damper, I have it as my damper. It lands shorter compared to the rear body damper. Alright, so let's get more into the parts. The next part would be alright, so I will show you how I build the body damper. So I use a Jacob 2017 reinforcing plate 95106. There's 3 of them. It's 1, 2, 3. So again, that's item number 95106. So I basically cut it in half and then cut it and shape it like that. And then I cut this one across over here. And then this one is the carbon reinforcing plate 15497. Because I don't have an orange one no more, so I used that one. But you can also use the J-Cup 2017 one. But I used the carbon reinforced plate high grade 15497 in this one. And this one I think is an extended popsicle. Alright. So the dampers that I use is the side mass damper set 15495. Again, it's the side mass damper set 15495. It's the AR chassis one right here, the lower one. So it's a little bit heavier than the top one. So that's the one that rebounds when the car flops for dampening. And the other one is the adjustable mass damper set, 2.5 grams, item number 95324, which is this top one, which it rebounds back when the car flops. So those are the two damper combinations that I usually use if I have a light setup. Alright, so that's your body damper. So yep. The next part that we're going to talk about is the chassis. Alright, the chassis of choice that I use is a Super 2 because it's not just, it's awesome in acceleration. It's a little bit durable compared to the VS chassis, and it's easy to modify. I cut it. It's a bumperless. It's a Super 2 fluorescent yellow. 94905. Again, it's item number 94905. Super 2 fluorescent yellow. And I cut it to make it lighter for bumperless. And I made holes to make it a little bit more lighter. And so I can maximize that lightness and durability from the chassis. And I can accelerate more even though I'm using just like a not so fast motor. Torque Tune 2 motor. Alright, so again, that's a Super 2 fluorescent yellow 94905. Alright, next part would be the bumpers, the bumper. I use the carbon high grade rear stay 3mm, and that's the one that I use in the bottom. It's 95259. 95259. This one is a little bit thicker compared to the one that I usually use, but MigX did this for me. So he cut this side and then CNC cut this so I can have a brake slot. Alright, so he CNC cut it with the milling machine and bored it out so you can see, and then the brake will be flushed on that bumper. So it's a 3mm thick, and I think he kind of like shaved or bored it out as like 0.5 or a 1mm thick. But that's the one that I use. Carbon high grade carbon rear stay, item number 95259. Okay, the next part is the high grade carbon multi roller setting stay 1.5 J-Cup 2017. So it's 1.5mm. This is the front bumper that I use. I kind of use this one for color matching, and also I don't want it too close to the body, so I have that stability that I need because the car is light. So it's the item number 95104. Again, it's item number 95104. It's the high grade carbon multi roller setting stay. All right. So that's the front plate that I used. Alright, the next part would be the high grade angle adjuster chipset, which is located over there. At this situation, and I mean at this build, I used the 3 degrees chip. So that's a 3 degree. It comes with a 2 and 3 degrees, but I use the 3 degrees. It's item number 95318. Again, it's item number 95318. It's the high grade angle adjuster chip. I mean, you can use any other angle chip, but I want this build to be just not too heavy, so I use that instead of having another plate. There's other ways of making an angle chip, but for the track layout that I race, there's like a traditional lane changer, so I really need that angle to overcome that lane changer. So again, that's item number 95318, high grade angle adjuster chipset. Alright. So next would be the rollers. It's 13mm dia roller ball bearings. So it's 13mm dia roller ball bearings. It's kind of an old school part. As you can see, it's pretty old because I used it before. It's 15475. Again, it's item number 15475. You guys must be wondering why I'm using this, because it's a little bit heavier. Because I want to add a little weight up front by just using the rollers instead of using the plates. And also, this roller have the thickest contact surface, so it controls my car, and it does have more bite when it comes to hugging the wall of the track. So it adds more bite, it's heavier, and it helps me to make the car a little bit more stable, because one of the weakness of the Super 2 chassis is stability. So I can try compensate that weakness by using these rollers. Again, it's 13mm dia rollers, ball bearings, 15475. Alright, so the plastic spacers that I use are the black spacer set, lightweight black spacer set, which is I have it here up front, and also I have it here at the rear roller parts. But we'll talk about the rear later. But we have this up front over here. So it's 15506. It's a low plastic spacer set, black 15506. So the reason why I have this, because it's lightweight plastic spacer set, and it also makes the car lighter, because if I use aluminum, it will add a little bit more weight. And I think the roller weight is good enough. And also, so I don't want to make my car too heavy, even though I'm trying to balance the weight out. Alright, so the next part will be the underside stabilizing head. Some people call it the mushroom, but the right term for it is the underside stabilizing head, which acts as stabilizer, and some people use it for brakes too. If they put it at the rear, at the under part of the car, it acts like a skid or a brake. But me personally, I use it as a stabilizer, and some people use it for their anchor bumper setup. But the right term for this is the underside stabilizing head, which they call it sometimes the mushroom head. It's item number 15361. Again, that's item number 15361, underside stabilizing head. Okay, and some people call it mushroom. Alright, so that helps you stabilize your car. And also, I love the yellow because it color matched the whole setup. Alright, next we'll be going to the rear part. So the rear part is have a carbon rear multi-roller setting stay, which is 95260. I use it to most of my builds. So this is that part, item number 95260. So that is the rear stay that was used, and it was cut. As you can see, it was cut. The first hole was cut so I can put the rear stay closer to the body, because I kind of want to shorten the car for cornering speed, to add some cornering speed, but not too much. That's why the front one is not too close. This one is like close enough for me for the cornering speed. And also I don't have the 3-point attachment this time, because I'm running this car only with a weaker motor, not a hyper dash, not light dash. I'm only using torque motors, because this build is for a specific track layout. So I want to use a 3-point attachment, that's to be safe, but I don't have it available, so I don't have it for now. But in the future, I might put it. But for now, it's a carbon rear multi-rolling setting stay. It's 95260 at the rear. All right, cut to make it lighter, and also to make it closer to the body. So it cut over there, and it's cut at both sides. All right, so remove that part. Next would be the J-cup reinforcing plate. I mentioned it already earlier with the body damper. I'm mentioning it again, repeating myself. 95106. Again, J-cup reinforcing plate 95106. And the reason why I use that, and it's carbon, and also color matched the whole setup. And it's pretty sturdy, and it works for me. See, no cuts, no whatever. It's just perfectly aligned with the 19mm roller settings. Alright. The next part would be the long tail brake setup right here. It's the FRP reinforcing plate. It's only FRP, it's not carbon, because I don't want to spend too much with the carbon, and then this is the part that I have available. But maybe eventually I will use carbon if I have a part. But you can also use carbon, and you can also use FRP. Again, the FRP is fiber reinforcing plate. It's not carbon. It's 15193. Again, it's 15193. So I cut it. It's cutting this side to shorten it out. And you'll have, and you bolting it on over here, and you have your brake plate over there. It's pretty basic. It's not that hard. Again, it's 15193. Alright. Next would be the FRP wide front plate for a fully cowled mini 4-wheel drive 15472. Alright, so this one. So this one is actually a fully cowled FRP wide front plate. I didn't use carbon because I have FRP available again, and I'm only using it for underguard. So it protects the car from getting caught from the track when sometimes the track gets shaken and your brake setting is it's kind of messed up because of a lot of runs. So your car tend to tilt left and right, and so when it lands with the track, it gets caught with the track wall. And the underguard always helps you. And also the reason why I put the underguards over here, so if I want to land lower, I can put a brake on this part. Alright, so I cut it this way. It's pretty easy. You can use your rotary tool. Any kind of rotary tool you can use. Alright, it's not called Dremel. Dremel is a brand. A lot of people is asking me like you can use Dremel. Dremel is only a brand. There's a lot of rotary tools, and there are different kind of machines that Dremel sells. So I just want to get it right. Not trying to bash somebody or trying to hate somebody. It's just I'm just correcting the terms, because Dremel is actually a brand, and rotary tool is the one that you use for cutting. So there's a different kinds of, there's some Proxen rotary tool too. Proxen is just not a CNC machine. Proxen is also you can have a Proxen rotary tool, Dremel rotary tool, any kind of rotary tool will do, as long as it gets the job done and you have that right part that you are buying. Okay, so again, that's item number 15472, the fully cowled FRP plate for underguard. Alright, next would be the rollers. Okay, so at the rear rollers, I got 4 rollers at the rear. It's a ringless 19mm aluminum lightweight gold BR rollers from Tamiya. Alright, these are from Tamiya. Sent by my boy John Garcia. We call him EJ from New Jersey. Thank you so much for hooking me up with these rollers. They're very nice. They are not what you call that? They are not anodized. They're not anodized rollers. They're actually gold. There are gold lightweight ringless rollers. And the reason why I didn't use the one with the O-ring with plastic O-rings is I want a little bit more bite, even though it's ringless, so I can control the car more, because the stability is one of the weakness of the Super 2 chassis, as I've said. So I want it to be stable as much as possible, because this build is so light. Alright, so I don't want it to like shoot out, so I can control. I have a little bit more grip. As you can see, there's the lines over there. That's the part that hits the track. Again, that's item number 92406. If you don't like the gold rollers, you can use the regular ones. It just happened that my boy sent me this limited edition ones. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything special, but I use this so I can color match. Again, it's from Tamiya, item number 92406, if you guys are interested with these rollers. Alright. Next would be the Tamiya aluminum spacer set 15473. Again, it's item number 15473. These are the spacer set that I use for spacers. There you go. I don't have gold no more, so I used those ones. So that's the one that I use for my underguard, so I can measure it perfectly. It's not illegal, and I try to make it as low as possible as I can. And I don't want to be stock, so I'm be able to adjust it. It's aluminum spacer set 15473. All right. I wish I could have used more plastic spacers, but I don't have enough, so I just used the aluminum ones. All right. Next would be the slim mass damper set. We just used the lightest damper on the slim mass damper set 15501. Again, it's 15501. So we only need that much weight to balance out the car, because if you're running rear motor chassis, you already have all that weight from the motor, so you just have to balance it out with just these two little dampers, slim mass dampers, 15501. And I always separate them, so when it jumps, it balances it out for my rear motor chassis. But again, it depends on the track layout. It depends on the whole settings of the car. But for this specific setting, I use the slim mass damper separately. Alright, so that's all the weight that I need because I want the car to be light. Next part would be the carbon reinforced wheel set, the large diameter 95244, I'm sorry, the 5-spoke ones. So you can see that a lot from my build. I use carbon because that's the toughest material for wheels. And also I use large diameter, and these wheels are trimmed by MigX, the founder of New Work. Shout out MigX from California, Hootie Hoo team. He trimmed it for me. So we used carbon. So we have large diameter, but we trimmed it so it's lighter, and also it's tougher, and it's more durable compared to the other wheel sets out there. Again, that's item number 95244, 5-spoke carbon reinforced wheel set, large diameter. Alright, so as you can see, they are pierced too. They're pierced all the way. So the reason why we pierced those wheels, so it will not be removed during races, and it helps a lot, especially if you're running a strong motor. Alright, next part would be the AO620s. Alright, we got AO620s. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So the AO620s, those are the best bearings for me, in my opinion, for mini 4-wheel drive world. They're durable, they're fast, they're easy to clean. They're just a little bit pricey, but again, that's AO620. You need 4 of that. Alright, AO620s right there. Beware of copy parts AO620s too, so be mindful when you're buying AO620s because there are some fake parts over there. Alright, next would be the bearing roller spacer. It's it's AO1018, item number 94768. Again, AO1018, item number 94768. Alright, those are the spacers next to the AO620s. Why do I use those? I use those so it aligns the bearing and it makes the bearing run smoother. Alright, so you just need 4 of that. It's item number 94768, AO1018. Alright, next part will be the combination of the tires that Migs trimmed for me. So the inner part is a super hard low profile tire. It's 95080. Again, it's 95080. It's a super hard low profile tire. The reason why I used super hard low profile tire is, one, it's a hard tire, so it lessens the bounce on the landing. I'm not saying it will not bounce perfectly. It will not bounce. But what I'm trying to say, it lessens the bounce. Also, the grip of the low friction, the super hard low profile tire is lesser compared to a regular tire. So you have a Super 2, and when you catch the car, it helps me not to break any gears. And that wheel differential, so they be pulling each other when you're running a 4-wheel drive. It slips a little bit. It's not as grippy, so when it goes to cornerings, there will be less drag compared to a regular tire, because I'm only using I'm only using a tuned motor. So because I'm using a tuned motor and it's not as torquey compared to other motors like Power Dash or Sprint Dash or Hyper Dash, it helps me be faster in cornering because I have lesser grip. So I try to compensate that to have lesser grip, because people were wondering, no, it's not true. We run Power Dash, we run Ultra Dash in the Philippines, and we have slick tires, and it works for us. It's not slow in cornering because you have a stronger motor. I don't have a stronger motor, so that's how I compensate it. You have a stronger motor, so your wheels will be pulling each other because it's grippy, and when it runs cornering, it might lose a little weight, but you have a strong freaking motor, and you have the strongest motor and a lot of torque motor, especially if you're running Power Dash or Ultra Dash. So in my case, I only have torque tune. That's why I use this kind of tire material. Alright, so the combination with this is the low profile offset tread tire yellow, hard. So we color match it with a yellow. So that's hard. It's a super hard low profile tire. I mean, it's not super hard. It's only hard low profile offset tread tire. It's already offset, but we trimmed it. It's 95205. We stretch it so it fits on the large diameter. So every time the car tilts a little bit, as you can see, it's offset. This is 26. The super hard tire is 26, and the hard tire is 25.5. So every time the car tilts a little bit when it runs the corner, that acts like a little brake, because the hard tire is grippier than the super hard tire. So every time the car tilts, it stabilizes the car because of that little gripness. Like, it's more grippy compared to the super hard tire. So that's the reason why I have this combination. All right. So it's not for just the style. There's a reason behind it. So super hard tire. The hard tire is item number 95205. Okay, low profile offset tread tire. Okay, so that makes sense. So moving on, we have the 72mm hollow stainless steel shafts. Item number 15297. Again, it's item number 25297. And it's hollow. 72, that's for Super X. The reason why we use 72, again, I mentioned earlier, so we can pierce the wheel and we don't have that problem for other racers that the wheels are being removed during the race. And also, it's hollow, so it makes the car lighter. You know, it lessens a little bit more weight. As you can see, they're both hollow. Hollow means you have a hollow middle of the shaft. Again, it's item number 15297. Alright, let's go inside. So we have this hollow propeller shaft for Super X. Alright. I use this a lot. Hollow propeller shaft for Super X chassis 15234. Again, it's item number 15234. Hollow propeller shaft for Super X. You guys might be wondering, because this is longer and it's not for Super 2, but I cut it. I cut this and measured it so it will fit the Super 2 chassis. The reason why I use this is one of the toughest shafts. It's tougher compared to the green one and from the stock one. And also, this gears for the propeller shaft is so tough, and it doesn't break any of my propeller shaft gears compared to the green ones and stock ones. So that's the reason why I use it. This is one of my secrets. It's 15234. Hollow propeller shaft for Super X chassis. Alright. Next would be the high-speed gear set. It's 351, 15432, and because I only have torque tune motor, I want to add top speed on it because it's full of torque. Whether it's tune class or Tamiya class, I use 351. Again, it's item number 15432 for high-speed setting. I have an AO620 inside, and I have that spacer, roller spacer inside too to run it smoother. So it's not a floating gear or whatever. Alright, so right here, as you can see, is my floating transmission. That's a Pinion Gear with aluminum spacer being pushed, all aligned to run smoother. It does add acceleration and speed to the car. Alright, And I want to point out some things over here too. So one of the weaknesses of the Super 2 chassis is this part, the switch cover, pops. So what I did is for the J-cup rules, you're allowed to make new holes. So I made a hole on that part, and then drill it all the way through over here, and then locked it with a lock nut. Also, this part's over here, locked it with a lock nut so it secures that switch, because every time the car jumps, it pops out because of the propeller shaft keep going up and down. Alright, so that's one of the reinforcements that I did. It's not as bad. It's pretty simple. As I've said before in my old videos, Super 2 is like a Nokia phone. It's like it's very user friendly, so it's not bad to modify or tune. All right, next part will be the torque tune motor. Torque tune motor 2, it's 15484 again. It's 15484 torque tune 2 motor. I use torque tune because I want that torque, and because it's light, it gives more kick. Again, it's 15484 torque tune 2 motor. The next part would be the aluminum support, which is this one. It's item number 1549. Again, it's item number 1549, aluminum support. The purpose of using this is it acts like a support. So when your car is running, as you can see, your motor moves. It's not aligned properly. So if you have this aluminum motor support, it helps align the motor. It reduces the sound, and it makes it all those gearings aligned. And also, it acts like a heat sink. So every time the motor is overheating or accumulates more heat because of it's running too long, it sucks up the heat. It acts like a heat sink. So again, it's aluminum motor support 15149. You can also use this for Super 1 and Super TZX. Alright, so I guess that would be it. And the pinion gear that I use is a carbon pinion gear. I don't usually use carbon pinion gear, but at this situation, I use a carbon pinion gear because the motor is not that strong compared to other motors, so it most likely not break or get bored out or rounded real quick. And it's I think it's lighter because it's carbon and also durable compared to the stock ones. So upgraded the pinion gear all the time. So yeah, that's about it. So this is my Super 2 built Clio. If you guys have any questions, hit me up on Facebook or hit me up on Instagram. Also hit me up on the Noobworks YouTube page. Alright, so I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Before I go, I want to say thank you for all the Noobworks followers, all the Cielshock followers, City USA Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing Squad followers, Tune Class Racers of the Philippines, and also hope to see you in June 15th. I'll be home in the Philippines and I'm hosting a race. It's the Cielshock Cup 3, brought to you by Tune Class Racers of the Philippines with the help of tuners, racers in North Mall. That would be in North Mall Monumento northbound LRT station. Alright, so see you guys out there. This is Cielshock from City USA Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing Squad. And I'm a teacher here in Noobworks. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button. Every time I make a video, you'll get a notification. And if you guys don't like this video, hit dislike too. I don't mind. This is Cielshock again. Always race humble. Peace.